Welcome to all. Today we will discuss about plant kingdom, particularly the gymnosperms. In the last class already we completed about pteridophytes, and before that we completed bryophyta, and before that we completed thallophyta also. So let we discuss about plant kingdom, gymnosperms. If you take the gymnosperms, among that all, first tracheophytes with naked seeds. First tracheophytes with naked seeds are gymnosperms. Embryophytic, tracheophytic, archaegonophytic, and even naked seeds. The exclusive feature of gymnosperms. If we take the different plants of gymnosperms, let's take about the gymnosperms. So well-known plant, cycas. Well-known plant. So cycas, which is identified with a single stem, that means trunk. Unbranched stem is identified in case of cycas plant. And also have another example. So let me discuss about cycas. After then we can go for other examples also. See, the first time finding this flower, like, of course they are not tulip flowers, but all microphylls or even microphylls, microsporophyll and even megasporophylls are becoming into cone-like structure can be identified in this. Okay. Cycas and even others also we have. Let's take some other examples also. Pinus. Mainly we have these two plants, cycas and even pinus. Cycas plant have a compoundly pinnate leaf. Here we find needle-like leaf. So needle-like leaves only identified in case of pinus tree. Shortly we can say pine plant, pine tree. These are the cones are found in case of pinus. If you take others, cedrus plant also is there, one more. See, here all we find a cone like formation also we seen here. And one more plant what we had in this cedrus, which is also unbranched, cycas and even cedrus plant, which are found in this cedrus, cycas, pinus, and even one more we have another example, pinus. Already shown, pinus already be shown, cedrus. And next we have a ginkgo. So these are the examples we have. Ginkgo biloba. Fan-like leaves are there. Fan-like leaves are found in case of ginkgo. Ginkgo biloba. Dimorphic branching and fan-like leaf are present. Ginkgo biloba. This is not that one. Okay, here this one only is best for us. Fan-shaped leaves are present in case of ginkgo biloba. So totally 4 plants we discussed till now. One is ginkgo biloba. Now you are finding on the screen. So which are fan-shaped leaves are present, and even dimorphic branching. That means 2 types of branches are available here. Dimorphic branching is seen in case of ginkgo biloba. And next example, cycas. Already we shown cycas also. If you take the cycas plant, what are the special features? This all should be remembered. So unbranched stem is present. So it is called a single trunk, unbranched. And if we take the root system, generally taproot system is present in all the gymnosperms. Taproot is present in case of gymnosperms. So simply we can take the cycas root. Taproot system is present in all the gymnosperms. And also consist of corallite roots. Specials are there. In case of cycas, all gymnosperms we have only the taproot system. See, primary root, secondary root, tertiary root, like branching also can be seen. So all the gymnosperms consist of taproot system, and in case of cycas plant, corallite roots also are developed, which are vertically upwards. Apogeotropically grown corallite roots also are present upwards. So vertically apogeotropically grown against the gravity. Such roots are called corallite roots. So root system is a taproot system, and they also consist of, particularly in the cycas, consist of corallite root. So the diagram also we can take corallite root. This side cycas plant is there, and in case of right side we find this corallite root with dichotomous branching is also present. Dichotomous branching, corallite root is also present. One more diagram we can take. This root generally grows apogeotropically against the gravity. Cycas corallite root. See how this root will be. So apogeotropically grown and dichotomous branching. Every time the root is dividing into 2 branches. So that dichotomous branching is found in case of corallite root. At the base of the stem you found it. Then if you can take the cross section of corallite root, how it appears, you see. So cross section of corallite root consists of the symbiotic association, green color you are finding it, nostoc and anabina. These are the algae, cyanobacteria, blue-green algae, cyanobacteria, which are having symbiotic association for the nitrogen fixation. Once again, cycas corallite root in the cross section, transverse section, it shows the symbiotic association with nitrogen fixing cyanobacteria, also called blue-green algae, or the nostoc and anabina, show the symbiotic association. So that we identified here. Still, if we can take exactly anatomy of the coralloid root also, we can find exactly how the association is present. That also we can observe here. You observe this anatomy of root. So generally, if we take the xylem and phloem as like a root, dicot root, monocot root, only same as like only that identified here. Protoxylem, metaxylem, it means protoxylem towards peripheral side, metaxylem is located towards the center. So this type of arrangement is called exarch condition. So the exarch condition is identified even in all roots, monocot and dicot root. Same arrangement is also found in case of cycas also. All gymnosperms also exhibit the similar type. And coming to this algal zone said here, algal zone, see in this cortex only, they have a association. that algal zone because of blue-green algae. Also we can say the cyanobacteria. They are the nostoc and anabina are present symbiotic association for the nitrogen fixation. So corallite root cross section only is taken here. And next, if you take mycorrhizal association is present in case of Pinus. So here we got the corallite root which are grown apogeotropically consist of symbiotic association with nostoc and anabina. And next we have another association in case of Pinus. Mycorrhizal association in case of Pinus, if we take, see that association we found mycorrhizal association. So roots of higher plants with fungi having association is called mycorrhizal association. So these are for absorption of water and minerals, particularly phosphates. So Pinus roots having the symbiotic association with the fungi. It is for exclusively absorption of water and minerals and even particularly for the absorption of phosphates. Such association is called mycorrhizal association. One more example we can take. So Pinus seeds are also unable to germinate. Pinus seeds are unable to germinate without fungal association. It means mycorrhizal association. So all NCERT damn sure objective questions only I discussed here now. Once again, before that root system is a taproot system. In the Gymnosperm, the root system is a taproot system and cycas root having the special, that means apogeotropically grown roots are called corallite roots. Corallite roots also already completed and they have a symbiotic association with the nostoc and anabina for nitrogen fixation. And now Pinus roots also having symbiotic association with the fungi is called mycorrhizal association. Cycas corallite root consists of algal association, that means nostoc and anabina. Cyanobacteria symbiotic association is there in the cycas. And in case of Pinus, now you are watching on the screen, Pinus which consists of symbiotic association with fungi is called mycorrhizal association. Mycorrhizal association is present, that roots of higher plants with fungi is called mycorrhizal association. The best example is Pinus, and Pinus seeds are unable to germinate without mycorrhizal association. So two specials we completed in case of root system. And then if we take the stem system, so stem is generally grown erected, aerially erected stem is present, branched, unbranched, both are available. If you take cycas, unbranched stem, cycas and cedrus already shown earlier. So cycas and cedrus, these two have unbranched stem and Pinus consists of branched stem. So that also we already shown it. Pinus consists of branched stem. So branches are available in case of Pinus. See the branch which can bear male cones and female cones separately can be seen. Male and female cones are not found in the single branch but in a single plant only, but in a separate branch. So of course it is called monoecious condition. Both are identified in a single plant, so called monoecious condition. Male and female cones are present on single plant but on separate branch. Male branch is separate, female branch is separate. So this condition is called monoecious condition. If you take cycas, just before we shown that cycas also, that cycas is dioecious. That means male plant separately will have a male cones and a female plant will have a female cones. So here we are finding like these cones are found in case of cycas. So male plant is separate, female plant is separate. So they have only one, either male cone or maybe female cone. Like that's why cycas is best example for dioecious. Dioecious condition only can be seen. It is a young female cones. You see that. Finding on the screen young female cone which is going to form the megasporangium, that is equal to ovule. If a grown ovule if we take completely, that also we can take one example. So complete grown megasporangium. Anyway, here it is a female cone all, young female cone identified here, and this is male cone. Now we find this male cone. So microsporophylls all together arranged. So male cone is here. So separate plants only can be seen. And if we take one megasporangium, so megasporangium of cycas, if you take that, each one megasporophyll. So you are finding this, see. Now the female cone which is having that megasporangium, megasporangiums are found. If we take a full screen, then we can observe exactly how that megasporangium is not coming. You can take one more example. Yes, it is here very clearly. See how the megasporangiums are formed. In case of female cone, the megasporangiums only become into seeds. Naked seeds are found directly. That same the megasporangium is equal to ovule. So an ovule become into seed after fertilization. So megasporophyll. Now if we can take one, each one is a megasporophyll. In each megasporophyll, megasporangiums are present. So these megasporangiums only become into seeds. So naked seeds are formed. If we take a single megasporophyll, so single megasporophyll is not available here. Yes, it is there. What anyway? A single one if we take, also we can understand somewhat clearly. This diagram is not coming. Okay, now it is okay. Let's see that each one if we take, so complete one structure which is bearing the megasporophyll, megasporangiums bearing that, called megasporophyll. Megasporophyll consists of megasporangium which are visible somewhat largely. So the same can become into seeds. The megasporangium is become into seed. So if we take one megasporangium, that is equal to ovule. So ovule of the higher plant, if we take that structure also we can understand here clearly. Ovule of cycas. So how the structure also we can follow it here. So first we can take one colorful diagram. See one ovule. It is a LS of ovule, longitudinal section of ovule. So inside the ovule how it will be? I said megasporangium. I said other structure we shown the diagram also earlier. The same only how it will be inside we are finding it. So you know small opening is present at the beginning. So micropyle is there. So ovule also in angiosperms, ovule structure also the same, similar almost. Fine. The small opening is present in the ovule is called micropyle, and there are integument is also present. Generally here one integument only present in case of cycas, but in angiosperms two integuments are present. So unitegmic ovule is a special feature of cycas. Unitegmic, that means single integument only present in case of cycas. And next if we take female gametophyte, here yellow color screen is shown on the screen. Female gametophyte, that also called as endosperm. Special here, endosperm in case of angiosperm is a triploid condition that provide the food for development of embryo in case of angiosperm. In case of gymnosperm, female gametophyte which is also called as endosperm, that will be providing food for the development of Archaegonium. So here megaspore is shown on the screen. That megaspore only become into again due to reductional division, meiotic division. The megaspore is become into haploid Archaegonium. Haploid Archaegonium. So each ovule consists of two to many Archaegonium. That also we can take one more diagram. So at present we find it female gametophyte and even megaspore is present. The female gametophyte is called endosperm in case of gymnosperm, and which bears two to many archaegoniums are present in case of cycas. We can take now here one more. Female gametophyte is mentioned here in the center of the ovule, that means megasporangium. That is also called as endosperm, already said. And next Archaegonia. So they shown in the Archaegonia. So how many Archaegonias are shown on the screen? There are two Archaegonia. So two to many Archaegonias are present. Two to many Archaegonia. Archaegonia is a single cell structure. So at beginning Archaegonium is a multicellular only we find. Now the Archaegonium is absolutely called unicellular. Single cell only can be found. So Archaeogonium, each one single cell only can be seen. Like that, two to many Archaeogoniums are possible in case of Gymnosperms. So nucellus also present as usual. Earlier we find in the angiosperm same as like nucellus, which provide the food for development of female gametophyte. So here we shown that exactly endosperm also mentioned. So earlier the same part is shown as a female gametophyte. Now it is mentioned as a endosperm. So female gametophyte of gymnosperm is called endosperm, which is a haploid condition only can be seen. If you go for angiosperm, endosperm is a triploid. So this difference should be focused here. So endosperm of gymnosperm, it is a female gametophyte. The male gametophyte is a pollen grain. That also will come later. I will discuss. And again, in case of angiosperm, the male gametophyte is a pollen grain as usual will come, and the female gametophyte is a embryo sac, and after the fertilization only in that embryo sac, endosperm will develop, that is a triploid condition. And Archaeogonium is unicellular, a single cell Archaeogonium, but minimum 2 and maximum can be seen, even 10, more than 10 also can be found Archaeogoniums. Okay. So how many integments we said? One single integument. Of course that may be divided into outer fleshy layer, stony layer, second one, and last inner fleshy layer also can be seen. But however it is called a single integument. So unitegmic ovules is the exclusive feature of cycas. That is there. So now I hope you all of you understood the structure of megasporangium of gymnosperm. So it consists of integument, nucellus, and female gametophyte is called endosperm, and two Archaeogonium, and even many also can be identified. Two to many Archaeogoniums are present in endosperm of gymnosperm. And if we take a pollen grain, so ovule megasporangium structure is completed. Now if we can take pollen grain. So pollen grains of cycas or any others, generally they will be four-celled state. Will be the four-cell. Gymnosperms pollen grains will be four-celled state. And if you can observe that here on the diagram, so tube cell, generative cell, and prothalli cell. So generative cell again divides into form the two male gametes. So you are finding in the right side male gametes. Spirally coiled male gametes are present, but these are non-motile, non-flagellated, and non-ciliated, and even non-motile. If you take earlier Pteridophyta, multiciliated only we found in the yesterday class we discussed that also. Multiciliated male gametes are found in case of Pteridophyta. Biflagellated male gametes are present in case of Bryophyta, and Now we find if we can take the Gymnosperms, cilia are present, but that cannot be useful for the locomotion because of they form pollen tube. So pollen, with the help of pollen tube only, they reach near the female gametophyte. That means endosperm. They reach near the endosperm and getting fertilized with archegonium. So each one will carry the two male gametes. So minimum two are there. So minimum two archegoniums are present. So they can get fertilized and forms into zygote. The zygote will become into embryo. That embryo again forms a seed. Around that entirely the megasporangium is become into seed. So male gametophyte is a pollen grain. If you take male gametophyte of angiosperm, also pollen grain. Female gametophyte is called megasporangium, and in the megasporangium only we found the structures all. But in case of angiosperm, megasporangium consists of embryo sac as a female gametophyte. So that we can take in one structure. Once again, we can take first root system. So we know about root system. Taproot only can be identified. So taproot system is identified in case of gymnosperm. And if we take cycas special, cycas consists of coralloid root. Cycas consists of coralloid root. Coralloid root. And if we take another one, Pinus, Pinus special, Mycorrhizal Association. That is the root system special. All we got it. Mycorrhizal Association. Mycorrhizal Association is present in case of Pinus. So regarding the root system completed. So generally the taproot system is present. So all gymnosperms consist of taproot system. And in case of cycas, especially coralloid root, which are growing apogeotropically, having a symbiotic association with the nostoc and anabina. And coming to the Pinus, with fungi only having the association, that roots is called as a mycorrhizal association. This mycorrhizal association is for absorption of water and minerals, particularly phosphate. And here the Pinus seeds are unable to germinate without mycorrhizal association is also special. So corallite root if we take, with nostoc and anabina having a symbiotic association for the nitrogen fixation, and mycorrhizal associations for only absorption of water and minerals, and particularly for the phosphates. So that root system is completed. And coming to the stem, if we take the stem, generally branched, unbranched, two are there. So branched stem can be identified in case of Pinus. So Pinus consists of branched stem. And if we take unbranched stem can be identified, unbranched, that is cycas. Cycas and even cedrus are the best examples we can take, which are given in the NCERT only. We are taking examples, cycas and cedrus. These two are the unbranched stem can be found. And next, if we take another one, leaf. If we take the leaves, fan like means hand fan only. Fan like can be seen in case of ginkgo biloba. Ginkgo biloba consists of dimorphic branching. Ginkgo biloba consists of dimorphic branching is there. At the same time, fan like also can be found. And if we take the Pinus is having needle like leaf is identified in case of Pinus. And again, compound leaf, pinnate compound leaf is present in case of cycas. In the cycas, compound leaf, pinnately compound leaf is identified in cycas. So regarding the leaves also, we completed compound leaf. These are the three varieties we found in case of NCRT. That same. Once again, fan-like leaf is present in the ginkgo. Needle-like is present in case of Pinus. Compound leaf, pinnately compound leaf is present in the cycas. And next, if we take specials, so the leaf which bears the male and female structures, already we know that are called sporophylls. Such sporophylls only arrange into cones. First time the sporophylls exclusively formed into cones. So that are generally called strawbelli. Strawbelli. The cones we given as a strawbelli. Strawbelli is a singular and strawbellus is the strawbellus is the singular. Strawbelli is the plural. So strawbellus. So we shown the structures. The strawbelli that are sporophylls. The sporophylls are present on the plant all together are arranged into cones are called strawbellus. Sporophylls are arranged into a small one place only on the tip of the branch, which is called as a strawbellus, and the plural form is a strawbelli. This strawbelli can be found in a single branch in the Pinus, as exclusively male and female branch can be identified. And coming to the cycas, only the male strawbelli can be seen. Male strawbellus can be seen in the single plant, and female strawbellus can be identified in another plant. So dioecious condition is a best example, cycas, and monoecious example is a Pinus, which grown separately the strawbellus or even strawbelli. Strawbelli is a plural, strawbellus is a singular. So it consists of sporophylls. Which sporophylls are found in this? So microsporophyll and one more is a macrosporophyll. So macrosporophyll and microsporophyll. So macro is male. Male cones are identified. Microsporophyll is a male cones are present, and macrosporophyll is female cones are present. That means megasporangium is located in the macrosporophyll, and pollen grains are developed in case of microsporophyll. So pollen grains are developed in the microsporophyll. That we find. And finally, if we take the life cycle of these plants, how it will be? Let me take one example. Life cycle of cycas. Just you observe here. So we find the sporophyte as well as gametophyte. Two alternatives are present every time. Already we know sporophyte and even gametophyte. Sporophyte is given here. So one line is diploid is there down. You see, observe here. So above that all exhibiting the sporophytic plant. That means diploid condition only can be identified. And below that haploid is there. That is gametophyte. So there is a two types of gametophytes are here. Male gametophyte and female gametophyte. So male gametophyte is given as a microgametophyte. Other name is pollen grain. And the female gametophyte is endosperm. Already said here. In this diagram only you are finding megagametophyte is mentioned. So megagametophyte other name is endosperm here. Endosperm. So other name also we must should remember. Endosperm of gymnosperm is a haploid. Endosperm of angiosperm is a triploid. So that ploid also must should be remembered. So the male gametophyte of gymnosperm is a pollen grain, also called as a microgametophyte, and the female gametophyte of gymnosperm is called megagametophyte, are also called as endosperm. So in the endosperm only Archaegonia is present. The Archaegonia is a unicellular and which is also haploid. Okay, so now last I am repeating, the sporophyte is formed. Sporophyte is formed due to fertilization. Here it is mentioned. Fertilization. See, one line is there exactly. Due to fertilization, sporophyte is formed. If you take in the right side, due to meiotic division, that means reductional division, going to form the gametophyte. So these two are given very clearly in this diagram. If you take the sporophyte, the formation of sporophyte is only due to fertilization, and the formation of gametophyte is due to reductional division. Okay. Now if we take in the plant, sporophyte, the plant which is going to form male and female cones. So in the first diagram, in the number it is shown in the first is a plant, and again second one if you take, male and female cones are identified. If you take the cycas, male and female cones are in separate branch, separate plant are present in case of cycas. If you take the in Pinus, male and female cones are present in the separate branches in the single plant. So we have given that monoecious condition. Pinus is a monoecious condition, and if we take the cycas is a dioecious condition. However, male cone is going to form the pollen grains. Pollen cones is mentioned in the diagram, and here seed cone is mentioned in the above diagram. So seed cone is a female cone because they are going to form the seed. So that is why there is given as a name seed cone. And pollen cones because of pollens are forming. And if you take here the seed cone scale, one seed cone scale if you take, in that ovule is present. Ovule other name is megasporangium. Already we shown that naked seeds are going to be formed only from the ovule. That means megasporangium. So this megasporangium, here it is mentioned, ovule, megasporangium, megasporocyte and the integument. So integument here shown very clearly, unitegmic ovule we said. So one integument only can be seen here. Till here you find the diploid condition. Even this side also pollen cone scale is present, microsporangium is present in that, the microsporocyte also. Till here it is a diploid. So microsporophyte, sporocyte is a diploid which is going to become into pollen grains, and here ovule also in all the parts, megasporangium, megasporocyte and integument are also in a diploid condition only we find. So which follows meiotic division exclusively, they are going to form the haploid structure. If you take microsporophyte, become into microspores which are haploid only, microspores, and become into pollen grain. So pollen grains are going to form from the microsporangium. If you take megasporangium, a cell from the nucellus only is modified into megaspore mother cell. Megaspore mother cell which following the meiotic division. So among that here megaspore mother cell whichever formed the meiotic division, 4 cells are going to be formed tetrad. That will become into a female gametophyte which is called mega gametophyte, also called as endosperm. So now onwards we will find all totally the haploid condition. And in the megagametophyte, that means endosperm, few cells are become into the archaegonium. So minimum 2 and a maximum or many can be seen, 2 to many archaegoniums are formed, and pollen grains are carried by wind generally. So they cannot fly, they cannot swim, but air is only carrying. So Animophyllus pollination. Animophyllus pollination is identified in the Gymnosperms. So air currents only carrying the pollen grains. So called Animophyllus type of pollination can be seen here. And after the pollination, pollen grains, each pollen grain carry the two male gametes which are getting fertilized with Archaegonium. So two male gametes are getting fertilized with Archaegonium so that they forms the zygote. So zygote is a diploid, then onwards sporophyte begins. So until now we have what do you find? Gametophyte only, which is a haploid condition. And here the pollen grains are carrying the two male gametes which are because of with the help of pollen tube. So pollen tube is also formed. That is why it is called a siphonogamous. Earlier what we said, pteridophytes and bryophyta as well as earlier thallophyta, there is a zygogamous type of fertilization is identified. In case of gymnosperms and angiosperms, with the help of pollen tube only the male gametes are carried. That is why called siphonogamous type of fertilization. So with the help of pollen tube, the pollen grains are that means male gametes are carried for the fertilization, so called siphonogamous type of fertilization. And the zygote is formed. The zygote become into embryo, and around that automatically integument and even ovule is become into seed with the wings also identified, which can be carried by the wind. Again wings are also present. Whenever suitable conditions are there, then the seed is going to be germinate and gives rise to sporophyte. That means again plant will come. So this life cycle, I hope you all of understanding. I am repeating last. So sporophyte plant is having the male and female cones respectively we find here. So male cone is a pollen cones we said, and female cone is a seed cone here. They are going to form the megasporangium and microsporangium. Microsporangium is a male, megasporangium is a female. So due to meiotic division only they form some female gametophyte and male gametophyte. So they are getting fertilized and again forming the zygote embryo, and at last the seed is formed. Seed is formed only from the naked megasporangium only can become. That's why only they have given seed cone here. And whenever suitable conditions are there, then they are going to germinate into a sporophyte. One more diagram if possible we can take, which is similar to that. Okay, here we find male and female cones. So from that only here we seen that formation of pollen grains, as well as that mean microspore mother cell only is following the meiotic division. This side is taken, two are taken separately here. If you observe, left side they have taken the megasporophyte, megasporangium is taken. Right side is taken the microsporangium only is taken, not complete life cycle. They have taken only the left side is a megasporangium. So how the development, fertilization and even formation of seed also can be identified. Coming to the right side here, they shown formation of male gametophyte. That means pollen grains are formed. Fine. Let me take some questions. How far you are able to answer for today's topic, what we discussed. That all will continue once. Okay. Fine. Intelligence are sending even about their address also. Fine. That all not required. Let's continue. First question. First question. Can you give example for unbranched stem? Come on. Can you give example for the unbranched stem? Come on, leave a comment. First comment only will be appreciated. Come on. Can you give example for unbranched? Come on, give a comment. Leave your comment. Come on. Unbranched stem is found in. Ranju is given. Very good. Cycas. Unbranched stem is found in the cycas. Next question. Only see how many are here. 32 members are there, but only one reply I got. Okay. Cedrus also Sumalasi is given. Very good. Cycas and Cedrus are the two examples. Unbranched stem is present. Very good. Next. Can you name the plant which consists of symbiotic association with fungi? Is called Mycorrhizal Association. Come on. Can you name the plant that consists of symbiotic association with the fungi is called mycorrhiza. In the gymnosperm, come on, can you leave an example for that? Which has a mycorrhizal association? Come on, leave a comment. Mycorrhizal association is present in the gymnosperm. Not leaving any comment, only Sumalasa is given, but even though not correct answer. Very good. Ranju is given. Pinus. Very good. Pinus. Pinus is the example, correct example, which consists of mycorrhizal association. Everyone should take a initiative part of this. Cycas is not a good example. For the mycorrhizal association, we find Pinus. Ranju is given. Correct answer. Very good. Next question. Can you give example for the plant which shows needle-like leaf? Needle-like leaf. Come on. Needle-like leaf is present in the gymnosperm. They show best adaptation for water scarcity areas. That is why only they have a needle-like. Come on. Come on, leave a comment properly. Correct answer. Sumala says given Pinus. Very good. Needle-like leaf is present in case of Pinus. Very good. Next question. Okay. Try to leave like that comment. Come on, everyone, you can leave what is there. 32 members. Make a habit of that. You must should compete every time. Different areas, different persons. Correct answer is only the Pinus. Now only I am getting the other names all. Fine. Next question. What is the name of male gametophyte that seen in the gymnosperm? What is the name of male gametophyte that seen in the gymnosperm? Come on. What is the male gametophyte that seen in the gymnosperm? Come on, leave a comment fastly. What is the name of male gametophyte that seen in the gymnosperm? Come on. No one is given correct answer till now. Come on. Be active and by your replies always give a energy for me. Yes, very good. Ranju is given. Pollen grain. That kind of correct answers only. Yes, pollen grain is correct. Sumalase also given. Very good. So the male gametophyte is called pollen grain in case of gymnosperm. Next. What do you call the special roots which are grown apogeotropically in a cycas plant? Come on. What do you call the name of the root that grown apogeotropically? Apogeotropically in cycas. Come on. Can you name the roots which grown apogeotropically? That means against the gravity that are found in cycas. Come on, leave a comment fastly. Come on, last question. Utilize it, opportunity. It won't come every time. Come on. Apogeotropically grown. Apogeotropically grown roots in cycas are called. I did not get a correct answer till now. Yes, Ranju is given coralloid. Coralloid. But anyway, we'll accept here. Coralloid root. Coralloid roots only are present in case of cycas which are grown apogeotropically. Okay, I hope you all of you are utilizing well. On next class, intimation will be sent to your mail. So after 2 days only class will be continued. After 2 days only class will be continued. Until that, you prepare well and get ready for the examination. Thank you all of you.